Hi everybody, this is Gareth here today, and I apologise in advance. This is a narration post-processing of the video because basically when I went to record, my voice did not save, so it was basically just silence bar the in-game audio. So basically what I've had to do is reset my computer, and basically I'm just talking over the video as I'm watching it, and it's just, you know, that was a bit of a fail right there, but I've sped it up as well because this is basically like a 34-minute clip of me fighting through to the final boss of the game, and it's just like a lot of the same stuff all over again. So I've decided to cut most of that out, or at least speed it up a bit, because since my voice isn't there, since my voice isn't present. Oh yeah, I noticed a glitch as well. Yeah, that was quite cool. That was a bit weird when I found that. And when there's funny moments, I'm just gonna go ahead and comment about them, but it's not like you're gonna get a serious reaction because it's like that was lost when the video sound file it didn't record. And even afterwards, I was talking into my headset and I can hear myself, but it wasn't registering in the sound, basically. It wasn't registering the sound when I went into the recording devices, basically. So it's like I was talking, it was like I was not talking at all, basically. That's what I'm trying to get to, sorry. That's about it really concerning the recording. I'm not going to spoil anything because that can just wait. I have a bit of trouble getting into that first part, as you might have just saw then. Again, I'm just going to say this, most of it is just me trying to do certain parts because it is tedious, should I say. And speeding it up, you get through it a lot faster too. So that was Nazi Germany. And then this chapter is What the Beep Was That Thing? And it's basically where you get introduced to the Gonarch, the big mama, if you will. And they're crowbars, so the tentacles are crowbars. And basically when it moves, it's like it's 90 degrees to where it's supposed to be. So it's like sliding across rather than walking. And it does like 360 spins for no reason. But again, I got a little bit confused at this. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know if I was supposed to hurt it enough or not. But you know, that's just one of the glory of the original footage. It's just I didn't know what I was supposed to do. But it's also a bit frustrating as well, because looking back at it, when fighting the final boss, I had no clue what to do. I know how to beat the final boss, obviously, but it wasn't working. It was like, well, no matter what I did, I just got stuck, basically. So that I'm not going to spoil the ending, and I fell off there like an idiot, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil what happens because that's not going to happen in this video. That's going to be the next part, me facing the final boss and just like doing the same thing again, just talking over what's happening. The bad thing as well, it's like I'm watching the video with no sound. So I'm just basically watching this video, there's no audio whatsoever. So because it's sped up too, it means that idle areas such as this, where I'm just standing around doing nothing, basically pass by a lot quicker, and it would have been just like about 20 seconds or so of me just standing in one spot because I had low health. And here I was just contemplating doing the crouch jump because it was just a small gap and I knew I would have messed it up if I fell down. So basically this episode was okay. I mean, again, it's got the banner down the side, but I can't do anything about that because I actually experimented beforehand, zooming it into 90%. So even though it's effectively the YouTube 720 pixel HD recommended size, it would be a smaller window, so that way you don't get the black banner down the side. But I couldn't find the appropriate resolution in Crack Life to actually make it so it's at 90% basically. So there's not much I could have done about that, so I had to make do with the banner being there the second time. At that point, which you're looking at now, I might have already... Oh yeah, I blew myself up with a nuke obviously, but I was talking about turbo dismount highlights. I have actually got the video now for that, so that'll be coming up after Crack Life's completely finished. I managed to beat the Big Mama there and continue further on with the game. I believe, yeah, Hitler Wants You Dead is the name of this chapter. You have to get up to that platform which you just saw there, but there's a lot of water guns, and it's like a continuous fire beam, and if you get caught in it you die. One thing I was commenting on in this part that you're watching is when you go through those air vent things that propel you upwards, you get locked vertically, so you have very little movement. And I thought I glitched the game up or something at this point, because I just got stuck in this one path, this one air vent, and I wasn't getting propelled. So I thought something happened, and there's me trying to fight my way out, but I just didn't get propelled high enough, and I kind of got splatted up against the lid in the end. And I was commenting about how cheap the deaths were, because they just drop out of the sky and like instantaneously shoot you, which is obviously what this game's good at, but again, it just takes the purpose out of everything, if you ask me. So the thing is as well, I know you're supposed to go onto that pillar thing, but I didn't know how. I thought you might have to break something in the vents, but again, it's very difficult to. Yeah, I found it very difficult, because I wanted to get the little pack where you get like some tow cannon and glue-on gun ammo, but the fact is you have to use the air vents and you just get locked vertically, and it's just incredibly difficult and frustrating that you know how to do something, but it's just the game's prohibiting your ability to do it, and that's what I find frustrating. But it's not due to lag or anything, because there's no lag. I mean, you can see I'm trying to move onto the platform, and it was very difficult to do. Even sped up, you see it's a bit sluggish. But I ended up dying by touching it anyway. And also that the machine gun, I commented when I first used it, it actually works. So instead of it glitching up and the muzzle flashes just constantly flickering and you have to reload or switch it to stop it, it actually just stops. It's like fluent. And the common enemies hiding behind the walls stuff as well, that happened here quite a lot as well. Another thing as well is that I forgot now. Sorry. No, I shouldn't be laughing at that. Seriously. Oh god, what was that? Sorry, my computer just made like a disconnected USB sound there for a moment in post-processing. So I don't know if I'm still recording or not, and I can't risk stopping this narration, you know, because it's like I'm already 8 minutes in, and I don't want to do the 8 minutes again, just talking about the same things I've just talked about. So it's like a one take kind of thing, and if I forget, I forget, and I'm sorry about that. I believe it was me talking about trying to get to the uranium ammo for the tow cannon. Oh god, not this part, okay. But it's about saying how I know how to do something, but the game's lagging up. And that was the first few parts of this playthrough. Well, okay, it is a majority of the playthrough was lag. But I've fixed that now, except with the banner on the side, it kind of makes it bad, I know. This part I got stuck on, I'm not even gonna lie, it's difficult. I know you have to time your jump. The way I remember beating this in Half-Life 1 when I played that is I jumped just as it was just high enough, so I landed on the platform. It takes a lot of your health away doing that, but in the end I did get there and managed to progress further. But obviously I got clipped on that point, but no matter what you do, you die, which is quite bad, to be honest. But yeah, I know what I was talking about now. I was talking about the I landed on the platform. I landed on it and died. Yeah, I was talking about the machine gun, and what I noticed here as well, if you hold the reload button, you actually end up just holding the weapon normally. So I just kind of gave up and said, that's my last chance. If I fail here, then that's it. I'm cheating. So this is me giving up and no clipping again. So it's these later parts where I just go ahead and start cheating, just like it's like a second habit. Okay, so I actually said in the video, that's where in the recording, that's where I would end it. But since I'm speeding this up at post-processing, that I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, just do this. So basically all this part is me fighting through the Xen chapter and getting to basically the final boss in the game, and that's when I'm going to stop the narration, and that's when I'm going to have to start the next narration for the next part of the playthrough, because it is literally me doing the same things over and over again with my droning voice talking over the top. I mean, I'm not happy about it. I'm frustrated that this happens. I really am. And the fact that I couldn't use the glue-on gun at this point, I was mad. I was frustrated. So I'm just like nuking the hell out of the Gargantua here. He looks as if he's speed walking. It looks like he's quite easy, but he wasn't at all. But I was quite surprised. I mean, it's like I'm going on tangents of tangents, but it's like that's the best way to get entertainment out of me, because I like to talk, but I don't have anything good to talk about if I stick to one topic, so I have to, you know, be a bit general. So obviously there's these damn tentacles here, so, you know, just a good old grenade, and I should have died there, but I didn't. So it's just like the grenade serves as a distraction, and then just go ahead and turn and burn and run, basically, and that's what I did. And as you can just see that I did it, which obviously I was quite surprised about when that happens. And the one thing I actually commented on, there's a battery there. There's a suit battery which could have got me to 100% power, and I missed it. And I was contemplating whether or not the Vortigons, or the soldiers if you will, here will actually hurt you, but they don't. I don't know if it's unless you startle them, but they don't hurt you. But in the next part, you'll find out what happens in the next level, rather than the next part of the series. You'll find out what happens. It's a bit of a role reversal. If that spoils it already, I know. But oh man, just talking, it sucks. Trust me. I didn't want it to end up like this. But what would you rather do? Would you rather spend the time to actually fix a video? So would you rather go back and do another 50-minute recording? Or would you rather just shorten it down to about 30 minutes and basically just talk over the top of it? I know what I'd do, but obviously it's a bit more unprofessional the way I did it. But again, it's the closing stages of the playthrough, and it's about time that I actually had something to do. And my headset just beeped for some reason. Yeah, again, I commented at this point as well. This is another part I got stuck on when I was playing Half-Life 1 originally, because basically what happened is that sorry, my headset beeps because when you don't have sound going through it. So I died there and I got put back to the level before, which I was mad about. Anyway, I got stuck on this point because I didn't know what to do, because the game is like, it's vague with its puzzles, and you don't, it doesn't tell. I like it when it tells you what to do, or there's an idea of how to do it, and it's a bit obvious. But when I was playing this, it wasn't obvious, and I kind of got a bit frustrated, and that's why my playtime in Half-Life was like 8 hours, because of parts like that, and I kind of gave up and thought, you know what, I'm just going to no clip. So I ended up just no clipping to that area where I just was, and then obviously there's just like an onslaught of Vortigons that just like rain down hell on you, and it's just bad. So that's where I died before, and I went through there, and it's just like, you know, you just die. So I done no clip again, and I basically just did exactly the same thing. And this is where you get to see a bit of the, and I turned God mode on as well, so that way I don't die. So I ended up basically just no clipping through the level with all the, and you can see the amount of Vortigaunts just shooting at me there. I mean, they're just everywhere and constantly firing at you. So I mean, that was a part I would have been stuck on for ages, and I realised you could actually destroy those things after, well, in this exact moment. I didn't realise you can do that. So I ended up turning off no clip to heal my health up a bit, and then that's where I carry on. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I pretty much leave God mode on for the remainder of the playthrough, which is quite bad because I said I didn't want to cheat unless I had to. This is one of those instances where I felt personally that I had to cheat, mainly because just the Vortigaunts just constantly, it's like a constant beam of energy which is hitting you, and it just like deals a quarter of your health off, and it's just like, you know, you can't really do much about that. And I believe I was talking about weapon programming as well, saying how, you know, they're able to change the models, but some of the weapons have different effects now. And I was talking a bit about that at the, you know, earlier on in this recording, even though I haven't mentioned it. So we're at this point, we're nearing the end. Basically, we go through that portal, and then we're in the desolate blackness with like the satanic looking ritual spire there, and I actually said it was something like satanic at this point. So we're nearing the end of the narration now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop because this is where I end it. So thank you for listening, guys, and I'll see you next time.